Yeah, well, Ben, turn it down, I said.
Okie dokie. Good morning, everybody. I think we're all struggling a little bit today. What are we on? Day 3 of our business booster. Congratulations for getting on this morning. We're a bit light on this morning in many ways. We're a bit light on in amounts of people, and we're a bit light on in terms of PowerPoint presentations. So I'm not going to do a massive training, whatever, this morning. I thought rather we would do a Q&A. Now, I don't know everything about everything, but I thought if we could all put our brains together, we could do a bit of a Q&A about whatever you want. So if you've got questions about how do you do something, if you've got questions about a certain market, whatever it is related to network marketing, or Jeunesse, because we're all Jeunesse people once again, just unmute yourselves and go for it.
I'll start the ball rolling.
Yay!
So how is everyone creating leads? So minus take prospecting out of it. If you're creating leads, how are you doing it?
Good question. Very, very good question. Do you mean as in automatic generation, or?
I mean, if you are not physically talking to someone, how are you actually, if you are, generating leads in any way, shape or form?
Okay, good. I did some Facebook ads. We spoke about that, you and me.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nada. Zippo.
Cool.
Don't
shake your head. I know you are.
I subscribe to the, I don't know if you guys know, the US team takeover system. I don't know if you guys know
yeah.
that.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's online. So it's it's a great system, and you get a decent amount of leads. But so it's all around free samples of Instantly Ageless. Mm-hmm. I've had no conversions, so I've had several hundred leads that have come from that. The thing that I've found is and I think part of it is the distance, because a lot of their system, what they do is they say that you need to get on the phone and verify the address before you post it out.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't pick up their phone. They weren't returning or they wouldn't pick up a phone if it was an Australian phone number. So then I got a virtual phone number. So it looks like I was in the US. Still finding they wouldn't pick up. But what they were saying from the US team, that what they believe is the optimal way to be able to get responses, and I guess it's something that I actually want to follow up with the Sinduit guys, is that once you have a capture page and someone puts in their details for a free sample, then you have a video that comes up of yourself just saying, hi, it's Carolyn here. Just want to let you know I'm a live person, I'm a real person. I'm going to get this sample for you straight in the post, but what I need you to do is to verify your address. I did all that, still didn't work. But they also use text messaging a lot and text messaging and videos. And again, that didn't work for me because of the virtual number. So I don't think, my sense is I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because there's a lot of people in that team. That's all Cedric Harris's team. Yeah. And obviously they're having phenomenal success. But I've found doing it from a distance hasn't resulted in conversions. But I think that there's some ways to be able to leverage the strategy and look at how we could apply it to a free sample. I won't say free, because the thing I really have got from this is people don't value what they don't pay for. So even getting them to pay for delivery, I think would be much more appropriate. I've had people who have come back and where they've liked the sample, they still think the product's too expensive. Which is interesting. So that's been my experience on, and I guess something trying to look at an internet marketing way to be able to capture leads. And they do, as part of that, which is also something that I'm really keen to explore with Sinduit, is they have marketing, not marketing campaigns. They have, I can't remember the name of it. So basically, you've got say if there was a target market. And that you were going to pay for advertising, instead of doing it individually, that you pool your funds and then you can go for a bigger campaign to get a greater number of leads. So say, for instance, if we decided that India, you know, as a group, that's what we wanted, that you just pool your money. They've done that very successfully with huge leads that are being generated. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Sorry, long answer to a very short question.
No, that's good. That's interesting. Maybe talk to Aaron and the boys about incorporating some of that stuff into.
Yeah. My plan now with Sinjua is to unsubscribe to Team Takeover, but I'm going through every detail of their system.
Yeah.
To actually look at putting it to the guys as to whether, because the functionality, as I said, that team's got phenomenal growth, so there's got to be stuff that works that we should be able to leverage.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I considered joining their marketing system a long time ago, but never did. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Never did for some reason, but yeah, it's interesting. So that's predominantly what they use is a free IA sample.
Yep. So lots of other capture pages, but all the leads come from free instantly ageless. And what they do is they use it as a way to take an online relationship offline.
Yeah.
So they say that you've got to get on the phone. You can't keep the relationship offline because that's where you don't have conversions.
Yeah.
But that's where I've really struggled with the difference in time. And as I said, some of the technology pieces. If we actually get through Sinjua, Aaron said that we will have a telephone number we can use anywhere in the world.
Sinjua have got that set up, haven't they?
That's the
I talked to
capability
Aaron
they're
about
talking
it.
about. Yeah. So if we could get a phone number.
He said they do have one that has a free sample and the company sends a sample.
Yeah, but not in the Australian market yet. That will be.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that one they have to pay for postage. So the US samples where will be sent from Jeunesse, I think they're paying for postage rather than this free sampling. You've got to get someone to post out yourself. So I've got someone on the ground in the US, but obviously I haven't got sales.
Right.
What a shame.
Yeah. The bit I'm also really keen for, so now that we've got, and I spent some time yesterday going through the Sinjua stuff, there's obviously great stuff there for campaigns, but it's going back to your question, Jamie, you've got to get that stuff out there. And so I was thinking unis are a great target, and particularly because it's the demographic as well as some of the targeted campaigns and Indian populations. But beyond putting flyers out on campuses with contact us, I don't know how
to get in there.
I don't know an effective way of getting there.
Yeah, that's all right. We can cover some of that later tonight. So I have had some success with some Facebook ads at a very cost-effective price. So Amber and I are already talking about sharing that information. So that will help you with the Sinjua. So that's all coming.
Cool.
I just wanted to see if there was anything else people were doing.
That's working. Yeah. I've told you what's not working.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know as well.
I'll tell you what worked for me when I first started in Jeunesse, and I'm going to try it again. There are a lot of buy, swap, sell groups where I am, but they've got a lot of rules and regulations and things. But we did have success by saying, we're looking for some testers for this product.
Yeah.
And you'll get, basically come to our house and you'll get to try the product and you'll be able to take a couple of free samples away. That worked really well. We got hundreds replying. Probably all in all, we got about 30 people coming to the various open houses we did. And I think we would have had a lot more success if we knew better how to talk about the business at that time. Because we were so new, we sort of very quickly went from, this is instantly ageless, but come and join my business and find out about all these other products. And, so we were a little bit wet behind the ears there. But I think if we'd have done it differently and just, we did have women saying, we'd really love to buy the pack. but then of course then we got onto the business, and I think we then frightened them away.
Yeah.
Or in the other hand, because I think if you've got stock, I would then what I've done since once is, and we're going to do this at the wedding fair, we've all got a lot of stock, so we've got a Stripe app on the phone which takes credit card payments. So we will actually take the credit card payment there and then give them the products to go away with, because I do feel that once they walk out of the door, your chance of them calling you back and buying goes down to about 20%.
Yeah.
So that's what we found. But the actual getting the people interested in the product by saying, we're looking for people to trial this product, we want a before and after picture that we can use, who's interested, and we got a lot of response with that. So I'm thinking about trying that again, especially in the run up to Christmas. I'll probably put it on my market page as well over the next few days and see what the response is for that. So
that's awesome. I love that.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's not just sell by swap groups. There's all sorts of little community groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think if people think they're getting something for nothing, it's that old thing, isn't it?
Quick question. So I have nowhere in my house. Like, I can't have people here. Like, I don't have a dining table. Our house is not set up for people, right? So give me some ideas to work around that, because that's been my problem for a lot of my network marketing career is, I have a lot of people that would be happy to come over, but no one that would be happy for us to all go there.
Right. Okay. So the other idea we did have, and we nearly pulled it off, but the lady sort of pulled out at the last minute. Do you have a relationship with, say, your nail salon lady or your hairdresser? And you can say, look, I just need a venue for some people to come and test the product. Could I use your venue? And it's also a way of promoting your salon. And sort of almost do a demo night there. I know people who have done that in their own salons, and like I said, we had this lady set up in the beginning again when we didn't really know what we were doing, to do that and sell the product. And it also, that might, if you get a lot of success on the night, it might spur that salon owner to go, oh, I might actually stock this product in my salon.
Yeah, that's a really fantastic idea. I do have a couple of options there.
Yeah, so it's worth asking then, yeah.
Or it's funny.
Have any customers who maybe you can say, look, I've got a lot of people interested in testing this. If you're happy to have an evening for me, I've got some free product in it for you, or something like that.
Yep.
A bit like the party plan idea.
Yeah. So can I just tell you, the place that I would look at doing it first is called the Sapphire Room.
It's a sign.
Yeah.
That's an awesome idea.
It's called the what?
The Sapphire Room.
Hey, there you go.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Did anyone else want to share lead ideas? Kat?
I'm just doing the warm market again at the moment and trying to do the referrals at the moment through doing these shopping events. So really don't know how it's going to go. We'll just have to see. I might be dancing on the table on Friday or crying into my dinner. I don't know.
No, I did an ad for the Indian one. Some of us as a group did an Indian promotion, a Facebook ad, and I had over 72,000 hits on that ad in my Facebook page.
Wow.
Nothing came of it except a lot of hours wasted conversation because, me study, me come your country, blah blah blah. So a lot of, but I mean 72,000 hits. I actually did that after that conversation we had with Anita and her husband.
Oh, yep.
We were all talking about the lions. Make sure you've got the right sort of tiger or something. So that was quite exciting to see all of those hits come up, because I mean $72,000 for $15. I thought that was more than worth it. I will stay in touch with a lot of them, but I think a lot of them were still sort of put off. We are very early marketing that. We can't have anything to really show them. But as you spoke about last night, about signing them all up now, it was more, well, what do I do until then? It's like, well, I sign you up, we position you in the company, points are all coming up, but this will be education, up until the launch time. That way, by the time the products arrive in your country, you're going to be well educated and you're going to be ready to run. So maybe I should think about doing
Katrina, an idea for that is, my husband was saying this, because he said, look, and again, it's like, I think Dennis Windsor said at the concert, looking at your local market first. What I'm going to try and do, instead of targeting India specifically, we're going to work out a way of targeting the Indians in my local area.
Yes,
absolutely.
My husband said, you know what it's like, especially somewhere like the Northern Beaches is still extremely white, Anglo-Saxon. You don't have a lot. They very much keep themselves to themselves. He said, if you can, go into the Asian supermarkets and even say, look, do you mind if I put this advert up in your window and try and get the conversation going that way? Or, just getting out into the community a bit. And he said, if you do a Facebook ad, don't just put India, maybe put, India Northern Beaches or Indian Northern Beaches or, Asian supermarkets or something like that, to get more of a target market. He said, because, he's done a lot of work with India in his previous role in his job. And he said, it's like anything else in Asia. You think you've got their trust and they're all smiley and everything, and they just say yes to everything. He said, but, to get that trust of somebody that's not in their country, they're a very untrusting nation anyway, of people on the outside. So he said it's actually quite difficult, unless I guess you're talking to people who have already been in MLM and dealt with people overseas and understand the stuff. It's that sort of whole, you need to hold the hand, or they don't really understand what's going on. So, it's that might be a better way of trying to get involved in the community in your local area, and then they do the legwork in India.
I know, of course, I have done that as well, because there are a couple of, I worked some of the local market, and I actually spoke to a guy on Aaron's business booster. And when I said, and he said no at first, I think he might have been in Perth actually, but a lot of them have had a lot of things going on, especially with the Diwali festival. And I sort of find they all sort of concentrate on one thing at the time. So I need to reconnect with some of those. But I remember one, and it was good. I was having a terrible, terrible day that particular day. A friend of mine had just lost her little girl to cancer, but I managed to brave it up and make one live phone call to an Indian guy, and he literally knocked me back. And then I said, would it interest you to let you know that we will actually be launching in India in several months' time? And then he said yes. So I sent him some info. So no, I totally agree with the starting locally and then building globally. They've had a lot going on within their communities here as well, especially just now that they had that Indian bus driver pass away, that bus accident. So definitely, I might go back through those old notes with Aaron's and get some of those old phone numbers out and get back in touch with some of those guys.
Awesome, guys. You've been really helpful. Appreciate it.
Also, just quickly, you might be the best one to ask there. When you're handing out your free trial 5-day products, because obviously we have a few $100s worth of products here on a trust thing, right? Do you ask them to sign a form, or is it literally just a trust thing that you're giving the product out? What happens?
I make sure there is something written. So I make sure that we've had our conversation on the phone, and then I confirm it either in email or via Facebook chat. So it's documented somewhere that it's clear that it's a 5-day trial, So just in conversations, so they have no idea what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
But to say, hey, so excited to drop the products off to you on this day. As mentioned, I'll pick them up on this day. Trial them for 5 days, see how you go. Be looking forward to picking them up and having a chat with you at this day and time.
Yeah.
And they normally go, yep, cool, that sounds fantastic, awesome.
Is it working?
So I've got them all ending. So my first pickup is today. I chatted to her yesterday. She's interested. She loves them. She's switching from Arbonne, but she doesn't understand the whole 30-day money-back guarantee deal. So she's like, it's a lot of money to fork out. I know it's less than I did with Arbonne, but I've kind of got some trust issues now. And I've explained the 30-day money-back guarantee, but it's just not kind of sinking in. So I've told her I'll pick them up. She can have a bit of a think about it. I'm going to give her a call back in a couple of days. But all of my pickups are starting to happen over the next few days. So far, I've got some really great feedback from everyone. And I think it's good for them to be able to play, touch, feel. And I have literally been giving them, so I haven't been giving them my serum bottles because, oh, cool, Bridget.
Yeah.
I've been giving them, I have 7-day sample packs, so I've been using that instead in some instances. Obviously, I'm only using half full bottles of everything. So that, the day cream, the night cream, and the mask. And they've normally already had an IA sampler already. So the mask obviously gives really great results instantly. So that's why we've put that in there as well.
Can I just ask everybody how they explain that 30-day money-back guarantee? Because I've heard some good and some bad stuff about it. That, you know, it's well, first of all, you've got to keep the packaging, and secondly, you know, if it's used, you're not getting you don't get an empty bottle refund, basically. Can anybody clarify exactly what that is? I only had one that was a threat of one once, but she was like day 45, not day 30. So I just said, I'm really sorry, there's just not a chance in hell. I do know Margarita, lady in our team, if she's got somebody, she just gives it, and they don't want it, to save any hassle. She just personally takes the products back and gives them their money back. How do people deal with this? Because
there's no way.
I'm always, I'm always reluctant to talk about the money back guarantee, because I know you've got to pay for postage, and I think it's not an empty bottle one. I think they knock off money for how much you've used. But I need that clarified.
I've never had anybody go for the money back, so I can't answer that.
I had someone that had a really bad reaction, and we called up on day 30, and they'd literally only just started using it. It was just a delay in them actually getting product, etc. But that seemed to all go fine. They got their money back. There was no hassle.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just reluctant, that's all. But
Steph, I think it's a great question, because I've gone back to the support centre to ask for clarification around the policies, and I came away and was even more confused from the support centre as to where the refund would actually apply or not. As you said, postage needs to be covered. They seem to be, if there was an allergy and some sort of reaction, they seem to be much more comfortable around that being black and white. But if it was just that somebody just didn't like, they bought a pack and they came, what seemed to be unclear to me, and even on reading the documentation, was if someone came in as a distributor, so they came in on a pack with a startup pack, and they just decide that they didn't like the product or they didn't want to proceed, that to me wasn't clear on speaking to them whether or not a refund would be provided, that it seemed to be much more on the discretion of the individual manager as to whether the gymnast would do that. So, yeah, I think it's pretty. I mean, I think it's an issue because we say, and it's something I really want to use to promote the product, and particularly around trying to, because obviously we keep coming across people stickiness to brands. So being able to actually say, well, this is different to a lot of the products that you would be able to buy, say, through your beautician, but still, I'm not clear after speaking to them.
Yeah, because there are a lot of companies now, aren't there, offering an empty bottle money back guarantee, which, of course, that system is open to abuse then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, I just do say it, but I'm always a bit worried that if it does come back at me, I'm not really to be clear on how it all works.
Yeah. All right. What I might do, because I have to go in a moment this morning, I might just share my screen and go through the today's challenge. If I can find it. Thank you to Jamie for this awesome photo. Whoops. Make this a bit bigger so you can actually see it. Okay, so time to get serious. I think most of us on here are very serious. I think all of us are very serious, and I think most of us are getting used to our videos. So that's part of today. But today, what our challenges are those 5 new contact phone calls, the follow-ups, and the 5 new social media connections. So still the same. But I'd really love you to have a think about your goals for 2017 and, really put some thought into it. Make them realistic and achievable, and also write a couple of goals or one goal that you want to achieve by the end of January. So you're sort of setting your goals for the whole of 2017, and you can do that in 3-month stints if you like, so that they're sort of smaller, more achievable goals, and then plan how you're going to do it. And what I'd really like to do tonight, we do have a special guest speaker, one of our own, but I'd also like to hear from some people. I know that when I first started, I found it easy to set a goal, but I didn't find it so easy to plan how I was going to do that or reach that goal. So plan your goals, and then, but if you get stuck or if you feel unsure as to your plan, speak up tonight, and like we have done this morning, we can all give you a bit of input and maybe offer some new ideas on how to reach your goals. Also today, I would love if you did a Facebook Live video on your personal Facebook timeline about absolutely anything. So it could be about your cat, your dog, your kids, absolutely anything. So you choose the topic. It could be about the Jeunesse products if you want to. Absolutely anything. So do a Facebook Live on your personal timeline. Yes, that means everybody's going to see it. You might have some people jump on while you're actually doing your Facebook Live. But as we said last night, let's pull up our big girl britches and just get on with it. So those are the challenges today. If you do not have the Facebook Live option, which some people don't, and I think it is absolutely hilarious that Aaron still does not have the Facebook Live option on his Facebook. I think his Facebook is broken, but he doesn't actually have that option, and I know that it's really annoying him. Okay, so those are our challenges for today. Stop share. I'm going
Amber, we actually just only saw your Facebook page then, so if you were showing a slide, we didn't actually see it.
Serious? All right, I'll pop it up in the group because I was showing a slide.
Has Aaron updated?
What was happening on my Facebook page? Was it interesting? I don't know. I don't know if he has or not. I assume he has because he's probably not quite that silly to not have done that. But yeah, I think it's quite funny. He was getting really pissed off, which is not funny. It's not funny. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Do you guys want me to leave this open so you can keep chatting?
No.
No, I've got to go actually.
Yeah. All right, no worries.
By the way, guys, thank you for jumping on my market. Any comments to boost my post, that would be good. Obviously, maybe not too many from the same people, or else it'll look a bit like I've got some collaboration going on.
Steph's cult.
Yeah. Cool. See you tonight, ladies. Have a great day.
Brilliant day. And I'll see you all tonight. Cheers.
Sounds good.
Bye.